What's the point of having a Google My Business listing page if it just sits there and you never post anything on it? Now, the problem is it's a pain in the butt to figure out what to write and then to go there every day and post what you just wrote. And so this video is going to solve that problem for you. You're going to learn how to create the content. And you don't even have to be a writer to create this content for Google My Business and schedule it out in the future. You don't have to do this if you have someone on your staff. They can watch this video and learn how to do it, and they can just do it once a month and get it all queued up. If you're a web designer and this is part of your services that you offer, you can train someone on your staff by watching this video on how to do this, and you could sell this as a service as well. Now, I brought Joseph back. If you don't have a Google My Business listing page, he threw up a video on the channel a month ago. Over 9,000 people have watched it already to get their Google My Business listing page up. I'll link to that video down below. Also, Joseph created a PDF that's going to list out all the different types of content you can add to your Google My Business listing page. We'll have a link to that down below as well. And let's just go ahead and send it off to Joseph.
Thank you, Adam. In this video, I'm going to break down why Google My Business posts are such a massive opportunity for local businesses or your local business clients. And I'll show you the easiest way to create unlimited Google My Business posts that can help with customer engagement and get your business or your client's business more leads. And we're going to be able to automate 80 to 90% of the work so you can free up your time to focus on the things that you really need to be doing in your business. Now, for people who aren't already familiar with what Google My Business posts are, let's look at a couple quick examples here. So here's a couple companies. One is Sunrise Plumbing and Air. I don't have any affiliation with them at all. I did actually use them as an example in the previous video on this channel where we talked about how to go step by step creating and optimizing your entire Google My Business profile. So if you don't already have your profile set up, go back and check out that video. It's a fantastic tutorial. It'll take you through everything you need to know. But if we look at this, we're going to see photos and reviews and things like that. And as we scroll down, you'll see that there's these posts. And it looks almost like Twitter or like Facebook. And so these posts here give us a lot more information on the business that's not just included in the normal listing. Plus, what's in these posts is 100% controlled by the business owner. So if I click on a couple of these, I'm going to scroll to the top. So it could show here that there's some information about what's going on, and they're honored to help Texas get back on its feet after February's weather, some things like that. It's very personal. You can see that. So there's more information. There's these calls to action like learn more, or you can even share these posts with people just like you would share a social media post. Now, one of the nice things is that we're seeing stuff like behind the scenes, people who are doing trainings, who are speaking at the company, team members, new things, maybe they have a new vehicle, or even as we scroll a little lower, we'll see that at one point they had a special offer for a $99 drain cleaning special. And there's even a call to action button here where you could click this and you could go view that special offer. So it was a way for this company, without even having someone visit their website or Facebook or anything like that, to show here's a special offer we have, here's more about our company, and giving some actual real valuable content. And then when people are searching through all of these different listings and we're looking at different companies, that type of content might build enough interest to have someone actually want to work with company A as opposed to company B. Now, I pulled up another example, which is a hair salon. Again, I don't know anything about this company, but when I was looking at it, there were a couple things that were interesting. One, they had their products listed, and we're going to talk about how to create, using artificial intelligence, product descriptions. So I'll show you how that works. And then also down here, there's a lot of really great posts. And you got to think, if someone's thinking about going to a salon, they're like, well, how good are the stylists? What am I going to look like? Am I going to be happy when I leave? And so this is an amazing opportunity to show potential customers all the work that they're doing without the customer ever having to go to the website or social media profiles. So now that you see an example of what these posts are actually all about, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you can automate 90% of the work that goes into creating these posts. So what we can do is we're going to use these two different tools. One is ConversionAI and the other is Local Viking. These two tools together are going to allow us to automate 80 to 90% of the work in creating Google My Business posts. So as you can see in the examples, these posts offer a great way to engage with your potential clients, show them special offers, direct them to different pages on the website. Now, before we hop into the computer to go through this whole process, I want you to go to the video description and download the PDF that we created for you. In this PDF, it's going to have the entire step-by-step process of how to do the thing in the video that we're going to be showing you. If you have this PDF, you're going to be able to hand that off to someone else on your team or someone who you outsource to and have them just go through this process because it's all written out there for you. And as a special bonus, I included in that PDF 21 different things that you can post about on Google My Business. So you'll never have to be thinking, I don't know what to post about. What should I post about? You don't want to have any of that writer's block. So there's 21 incredible ideas there. And really seriously, if you use the tools that we show you in this video, you could take those 21 ideas and that could be an entire year's worth of posts. You could take care of all of it in a weekend. So if we go to ConversionAI, and if you haven't tried ConversionAI yet, you really need to check it out. They do have a 7-day money-back guarantee, so you can try it without any risk. You're going to want to click through the link in our video description, because when you do that, you're going to go over here and you're going to get 10,000 extra credits. So you can scroll through, you can see that this is essentially a tool that uses artificial intelligence to create posts and ad copy and even, extended 2,000, 3,000 word blog posts almost automatically. If we go to the pricing page, you'll see that there's two different packages. One is the starter package, which gets you 20,000 words a month, and it gets you a lot of the features. And then there's the Pro package, which is more expensive, but you have unlimited words. So if you write a lot of blog content or a lot of posts, or you do a lot of videos, and you need to have it write the scripts for you or things like that, this is going to be the way to go. This is the package that I personally use, is the Pro package, because I want to have unlimited words. It also has some features that you don't get with the starter package, like the long form assistant, which allows you to create extremely long blog posts or even entire books just using for artificial intelligence writing. Okay. But you can sign up for whichever one you want. There is a 7-day money-back guarantee. Now, if you want to just go with the starter to begin with, you get 20,000 words plus that extra 10,000 for signing up with us or signing up through our link. Now, you'll just click on sign up, and you've signed up for things before, so I'm sure that you can take care of that part yourself. So let's go ahead and do that right now. And then we're going to set up our other tool, which is Local Viking. So what Local Viking is it's really one of the best tools I've ever seen. And I've used a few of them for managing your Google My Business profile, scheduling out posts, tracking rankings, tracking something called GeoGrids, which shows you exactly how you show up at different points in a city on the maps for particular keywords. It's really an incredible feature. We're going to have to do an entire video on Local Viking at some point. But for right now, what I want to talk about is the post scheduling feature they have and a couple things they have inside of that that's going to help us automate. If I go to the pricing page, you're going to see that there's a lot of different options here. The single right here is only going to work if you only have a single location. But if you only have a single location that you're scheduling Google My Business posts for, that's fine. You'll still be able to track keywords. You'll be able to do that thing I said where you're checking how your rankings are in different points in the city and some other cool stuff. And you have unlimited Google My Business posts that you can schedule out. So that is great. Now, what I personally use is the starter, and then I'm going to be upgrading to the Pro because I have a couple more listings. But right now I have two different starter packages for different projects I'm involved in. So this is probably the one that you'll want to start with if you have multiple locations. And you can always upgrade from there. Or if you have a lot of clients or you have a lot of locations for your business, then obviously you can pick a different plan. But this one's going to get you 10 Google My Business listings, which means separate companies, and infinite Google My Business posts that you can schedule out. So I'd say go ahead with that. Click through our link because that's going to get you 50% off of your first month. So that's going to save you some money and help it be a little easier for you to get started. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and you can click here on Get Started and go through the whole sign up process for that. Again, you've done this many times, so I'm not going to go through the actual sign up with you. All right, so now we have that taken care of. All that I want to do is I want to set up our local Viking account, and then I'm going to sign into ConversionAI, and we're going to really get down to the meat of this. So in local Viking, all we're going to do is we're going to click on sign in, or this might say dashboard if you just created your account. And then I'll sign into my account. Now, the next thing that we're going to have to do is connect. You can see that I already have some companies here. Obviously, I'm going to blur things out because I don't want you to see the companies that I work with. But we'll click on our drop down here, and we can go to Google Accounts. And then I already have an account linked up, but if I didn't, I would click on Add Account. Okay? So if I click on Add Account, it's going to bring me here, and I just have to select whatever account I use to manage my Google My Business profiles. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to do that. And it's going to say Local Viking wants to access your Google account, and just click allow. It's fine. And then now it's going to go and it's going to start to sync up every single company that you have in your Google My Business account. Now you can activate the locations. In other words, you can actually decide you want to manage the locations through Local Viking by just using the toggle switch. So you can toggle it on or off. If it's on, it'll be blue. If it's off, it'll be gray. Pretty obvious. So you can just click there and it'll sync up and start to include all of your information there. All right, so now that's all we have to do for our local Viking profile, and that's set up. Let's go back over to ConversionAI, and we're going to start doing the fun part of this. All you're going to do is you're going to click on Login, and you'll log into your account, or maybe you're already logged in. Okay. And then what you're going to see is there is all of these different templates for what you want to create. And by the way, ConversionAI has a fantastic online community. So I definitely recommend after you sign up for it to check them out on Facebook and start to get more involved. Okay, so there's a lot of different templates. All of these are amazing blog ideas. It'll create your blog outline for you. It'll do creative stories. It'll do, create Facebook ads for you, a lot of different things. But what we're going to specifically look at is Google. And then we're going to see all the Google templates they have. So they have a couple for creating your Google ads. And then they also have these 4 here, which are going to be Google My Business related. Now, the primary Google My Business types of posts are what's new, event, and special offer. They also have one that's called alerts. So if there's health, safety things or stuff like that, you can put out an alert. And that was, of course, obviously very important, back in 2020 when a lot of things were happening. Now, there's also one where you can create product descriptions, because you probably remember that when we looked at this particular listing, we did see that there were some products here. So you could use these templates to create really vibrant and compelling product descriptions. What I'm going to do for now is I'm going to start with doing a what's new post, because this is probably going to be 80% of the posts that you do on Google My Business. Now, if we go in, you can see that I already had been typing some stuff because I was playing with things earlier. But let's say that I want to have a business update. Let me think about something that happened. So we'll say Jim's Plumbing is now offering drain cleaning services. I don't have to be creative. I'm just going to put the facts in there. Let's say $99 because it's a $99 service, and we have a monthly maintenance plan. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. I don't need to try to do anything as far as making this sound good or fancy or anything like that. All I'm going to do is just put in the actual just dry data. And then here I can put drain cleaning. I could put the company name or the product name. Now, tone of voice, you have a lot of different options here. So you can see it says some examples are witty, friendly, angry, polite, etc. There's also some well-known personalities like media and YouTube personalities where it can try to emulate their tone of voice. It can get kind of fun, but all I'm going to do for now is professional. Sometimes I do helpful or informational, but let's just do professional. I can select how many outputs I want. I'm going to do 4. This is one of the really nice things about having the unlimited plan is that I can just create as many outputs as I want. If you have the starter plan, you are going to have to limit it to make sure you don't use up all of your words, all of your credits. But say that I want to do 4 outputs. I'm just going to click Generate AI Content. And there, just a few seconds later, boom, we already have this here. So here it is showing a bunch of different options. Let's check out a couple of these, see how they did. Jim's Plumbing is now the #1 drain cleaning service in our area. We offer a $99 monthly maintenance plan to keep drains clean and working efficiently all year long. Schedule an appointment today, and it'll have a link there. You could insert your link. Call our office for more information or click more info below to find out how we can help you. Schedule now button. Anyway, it has some different stuff you can have in here. I think that's some pretty good copy. There's a little bit much in there for me. So I might want to look at a couple of these other ones. We're pleased to announce that Jim's Plumbing is now offering drain cleaning services. Our prices start at $99 and we offer a monthly maintenance plan for just $50. So it's putting in a number. You could obviously have to switch that out for what the actual monthly maintenance plan cost would be, which includes a yearly checkup of your home's plumbing system from top to bottom. And you might want to change that a monthly checkup or whatever it would be. To learn more about our new service or to schedule an appointment, please contact us by phone or email. Thank you. And then I might change some stuff like the XOXO, but essentially, it's just putting in a couple additional things here, a link, and saying, all right, well, this is what your website is. It's making it up completely. But you'll see how it's incorporating the price, the monthly maintenance plan, the service I'm offering. And this is really good. I probably wouldn't use this whole thing, but I'd probably take this and I would probably just use that. And that's pretty much a perfect post I could have. Now, I ran a similar search earlier and I got some other stuff that I just really, really loved as well. Like Jim's Plumbing is proud to announce that we're now offering drain cleaning services. Our new service includes a $99 one-time price, and you can sign up for a monthly maintenance plan for just $10 more. Call or message us at your convenience to schedule an appointment today. We look forward to hearing from you, and then you pop in your link. So it's going to spit out a lot of different variations. And most of them are going to be pretty darn good. This is kind of what I like. I like it simple, so I'm going to go ahead and use this. Now, obviously, if I was doing this on my own, I wouldn't have taken all this time to describe things. I probably would just clicked on this and been like, okay, this is my post. Let's go. So let's say I want to do this one. Now we're going to get into how Local Viking incorporates with it. So if we go to Local Viking, we're going to click on locations. And then we're going to click on whatever company we want to schedule a post for. Okay. Obviously, I'm blurring some stuff out because I don't want you to see the actual clients I'm working with, but I can still show you the functionality of the website or of Local Viking and how it works. Now, there's a lot on this page. You can schedule your media, your posts, track keywords, respond to reviews, create question and answers. There's all kinds of good stuff. But all we're going to do right now is we're just going to go to posts. Here. And all I have to do is click on add a post, and then it's going to bring me here. I can select my post type. So I have standard, event, offer, and alert. Alert, like I said, you're not going to use it that many times. That really is just to talk about very urgent things, and you can put some information in there. But most of it's going to be standard, which correlates to the what's new post template. And then you can also, if you're holding an event or you have a special offer, you can do that. So we'll go in here. I'm going to leave it on standard. And I'm going to select a call to action. If you remember how there were these call to actions when we looked at some of the other Google My Business profiles. So here, someone will be able to click on view offer and actually go and view the offer. So we'll do standard. I'm going to say learn more is a good one. I pretty much do learn more or call now. And with learn more, what I'm doing is usually a link to the website or an internal page on the website. For this one, I'm going to do call now. And all I'm going to do is just post in the content from ConversionAI. I'll do a little bit of basic formatting. And then here where it says link, I'm actually going to put in my link, whatever it would be, jimsplumbing.com or whatever the website is. So you can put it in right there. And then, boom, you have your post and you'll be able to schedule this out. Now, there's a couple other tools here that are pretty amazing. One of them is that you can actually have it spin your content. But you can also do this. Check this out. If I click on Insert Previous Post SERP URL, what it's doing is it's inserting a link to my previous Google My Business post, and it's just automatically putting in that link. Now, what's that's doing is it's creating what they call a daisy chain. So all these posts will essentially be interlinked together. So if Google is looking at one post, it can crawl the link to go to the previous one. and the previous one, and the previous one, and the previous one. And so it's linking all of these together. Now, a lot of people say that this can help with your SEO and that it can help, anyway, boost your rankings in some different ways. We're not going to get into that part because that's not what this video is about, but you definitely want to put something like that on there, or the insert previous business domain URL. That's if you actually created a Google My Business website, because if you're in Google My Business, you can create a website that's on the Google website platform. It's actually a really cool tool, and I use it a lot to help with SEO. We're not going to get into that today, though, but if you do this, it'll actually link to the part on that Google website where your last post was, because all your posts get fed back into your Google site. Now, next thing I'm going to do is select image. And so I'll select image, and I'm going to browse my files, and I'll pull something up to use with this. Now, if you don't have images, I would suggest that you get authentic images of the actual company. So your actual team members or your client's team members, depending on if you're an agency. But if you don't have anything, you can always hop over to Unsplash or Pexels. And you could do a search for plumber, find some stuff here, find some stock photos, or maybe you do drain cleaner or something like that. So there's always options, just use stock photos, and all of these are free and they're copyright free. So you could scroll through and see if you could find something nice on here. Now, I already downloaded an image earlier, so I'm going to click on Browse Files, and then I'm going to go find that image. Now, once I've selected my image, it's going to bring me to this page where I can add additional data to the image. And this isn't like a text overlay or something. What this is adding EXIF data to your image. And that can be things like your actual GPS coordinates of your business, or GPS coordinates for a location you want to rank in. So say that your business is located in the center of a city, but you want to be able to rank in the northwest part of a city. You could put in the geo coordinates of the areas you want to rank for. Now, some people will say that Google just strips all the EXIF data off and it doesn't matter at all. I've also seen tests that show that it actually can definitely make an impact. So if you have the time to do it, I suggest actually putting in this extra information. And if you don't, that's okay. You can also use this option that says fill with recommended data, and then everything will just be auto-populated for you based on the information in your Google My Business profile. But let's, at least for now, we could just click on this, and what's going to happen is Local Viking is automatically going to put my latitude and longitude for my business. So it can show Google that that we're geographically relevant to a certain area, which if we're trying to rank in the maps is important. You can also put date and a bunch of other stuff. You also have an option if you want to keep the original file name for Google, or if you deselect this, Local Viking will string some of your keywords together and it'll create a new file name for you that shows that the file has some keyword relevance. For right now, I'm just going to say keep original file name for Google. I'll click OK. And boom, there's going to be my image. This is one I downloaded off of Unsplash. And then here's the cool part. I could just click submit, and this is going to go and post right now. And that'd be great still, because we could have the extra EXIF data in there and stuff like that. Or I can go to schedule post, and then I could schedule this for any day I want. So let's say I want to do it on the 13th. And it doesn't really matter what time. This is Google, not Facebook. And then I can say I want it to be a recurring post. Now, what that means is that I can say every, say, 65 days, I want this post to show again. So Local Viking will recycle the post, and they'll keep showing it every 65 days. I could say how many times I want it to show. I could say I want it to do it 3 times or 2 times, or if I leave this blank, it'll just schedule it out infinite times. And so it'll never stop doing that. But I'm going to say I want to schedule 3 times and it will be done. Now, since this is announcing a new service we're offering, this probably isn't one I'd schedule multiple times, but things where it's like introducing a team member or an interesting industry statistic or just some kind of fun motivational post or meme, you can definitely do those a lot. And the amazing thing about this is if you set it on recurring, then even if you're not consistent and you fall off the bandwagon and you forget to do your posts, you're still going to have posts automatically recycling to your profile. So even if you go and say you schedule 20 of these, make them all recurring, and then you just have to go away for a month, you're traveling or something, it doesn't matter, because you're still going to have posts going up and you're going to still have relevant content posting to your Google My Business profile. So this makes life much, much easier. Now, you don't have to use Local Viking. There's obviously other post schedulers out there, but I've never seen one that can do this level of automation and do all of that cool stuff with adding the extra SEO data in there. Plus, there's some other features in Local Viking, like the GeoGrids. If you try them out, they'll blow your mind. They're amazing. So I'm just going to click Submit. And now it'll take me back to this profile page. And you'll see now I have 6 posts pending instead of 5. If I scroll down, we'll see my post here and my call to action button and everything. Now, obviously, if I wanted to change it, I just click on edit and go back in. I can also click here and I can download the optimized image, which means I can download the image with all that EXIF data on it. And then I could upload that to my Google My Business profile. And now we'll have some photos in there that are actually showing geo data and keyword data and things like that. So that could be very useful. And I actually like to use that a lot. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete this out because obviously I don't want this showing on my client's profile. All I have to do is go here and go to delete. Okay, so that's taken care of. And then if we go back here, we see that there's only 5 pending. Great. All right, so that's how we're going to do a what's new post. Now, there's some other things that we can do where we can try out some of the other templates. Now, remember, there was also an event post, a product description, and an offer post. So let's go and try the event post next. Now, this is one I had tried earlier where I typed in, again, I didn't put any sales copy in. I just said outside yoga class, Monday, May 5th at 8 p.m., $25. Okay, that's all that I put in. And then I said, I want the tone of voice to be excited and helpful. I clicked generate some content, and this is what had popped out. It gives me event names, which I thought were great event names. And then it gave me some really cool descriptions. So like one of them was, and keep in mind, this is all the data I gave it. So it says, join us for yoga outside. We'll be doing yoga poses and breathing exercises in a beautiful outdoor location. Bring your yoga mat, water bottle, and friends to this fun event. Be sure to register early because space is limited. The cost of this class is $25 per person, but you can save money by purchasing online today. Thanks for choosing our class. See you soon. That is an amazing post. I wouldn't have written something better than that if I spent 20 minutes on it. And here, ConversionAI created that in about maybe 5 seconds, along with a few other ones, which I also thought were great. I mean, this one, I thought this was really fun because I said it's an outside yoga class. It says, join us tomorrow night for an outside yoga class at 8 p.m. Notice that it pulls in the actual data I gave it because I said it's going to be at 8 p.m. We will be practicing yoga in the park. You can bring a blanket if you're comfortable on the grass, or we have blankets available for rent as well. Please wear clothes that are easy to move around in and prepare to sweat. This is going to be a fun one. Hope you can make it out. Perfect post. And so it's just using the artificial intelligence to look at this information, find out what it needs to be, and then we could go over and we could just pop it into our Local Viking account, and there it is. Now let's look at a couple of these other types. Again, I'm going to go to Google so that I don't have to look at everything. The offer post. Now I had tried this one and I was like, well, how about a free intro class? And all I had typed in was free intro yoga class Sunday. And I gave myself a yoga studio name, New York Yoga Studio. And I said I want this to be excited and motivational. And then I clicked on Generate AI Content, and it gave me some cool stuff. I can click it again, and it can give me a bunch more outputs. So let's see what else it comes up with. But even the things that I have already, I just thought were just fantastic post options. So here we got a bunch of new ones. It gives an offer title. So let's see. It says, so Sunday, September 24th at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Obviously, it's making up some stuff where it's assuming you're going to change the date and the time. Come experience the yoga studio that's so much more than just a workout. We'll teach you about our amazing instructor team and give you a chance to try out our classes for free. It's an incredible way to find your new favorite place to practice. Get ready for an unforgettable morning with us. RSVP now by calling, and obviously you'd swap out your phone number. Please arrive early as space is limited. This class is open to all levels and bodies, no previous experience, etc., etc. I just think that this is an incredible piece of content. And if you've ever looked at offers for things like yoga classes before, you'll know that this is as good as anything someone's going to write, even if they spend a lot of time on it. So this is the offer post, and then it created probably about 6 fantastic variations. I could have used any of them. And then maybe I'll have to tweak a little bit. I mean, it is artificial intelligence. It doesn't know your actual company, so you can assume that you're going to have to tweak things a little bit. All right, now the last one I want to look at is the product description. So remember in Google My Business, I'd shown this a couple of times, but you can have products. And so say that I want to create a product description. Me and my wife were goofing around. It's like, what if you could get like a puppy massage? What would ConversionAI write out? And I thought some of this was really funny stuff. So when you have unlimited account, you can really just kind of put whatever you want to in there, and it'll be fun. All right, so let's see, what's a product description I might have? Well, let's actually look at what they have. So they have, all right, this will be fun. Let's see if ConversionAI can actually figure this out. So this is my product name, and I'll say this is a styling gel. Shine, let's see, beautiful shine, easy to use, $20. Tone of voice, motivational, professional. Let's see what we get here. I've obviously never tried to do this before. I'm going to do 5 outputs. Let's see what it comes up with. So let's see, and is that the right way to spell it? Anyway. So this Hold Styling Gel is a hairstyling gel that gives you beautiful shine and is easy to use. I'd probably have to tweak that a little bit. It comes in 4 different types of hold, from light to strong and everything in between. This product contains organic ingredients and it smells so great too. So if I actually had things I wanted to say about it, like it's organic or all natural or something, I could put this here and ConversionAI would just incorporate it. So a hairstyling gel that will give you healthy looking shiny hair. The gel was designed for use in conjunction with other serum products, however you say that, to help you achieve your desired hairstyle. It can be used with wet or dry hair, etc., etc. And this is just some really fantastic descriptions about the product. You'll notice they left out the price in a lot of them because it's probably just going to be listed there anyway. But I could probably use most of these, and then I could just go over and pop that in here in my listing, and boom, I have a fantastic product description. So that's how that you can use this template as well. Now, obviously, like we talked about before, there are a million things you can do with this tool, but I just wanted to get into the specific Google tools today. Done correctly, you can use the combination of ConversionAI and Local Viking to generate months of quality Google My Business posts in just 1 or 2 sittings. It's really that simple. All right, so that's all that we're gonna cover in this video. Let me kick it back over to Adam.
I hope you learned how easy it is to get this done. Sure, it takes a little bit of time, but it's so much easier when you use the power of artificial intelligence, AI, to write this stuff for you. I'll confess, it writes better than me, and usually when I'm just looking there at a blank cursor, I don't know what to start typing, so it really helps get the ball rolling, and it could do a great portion of the work for you, right? It's going to assist you in writing, and a lot of times it gets you going much better than you could have done yourself. That's just my experience. So the link to that is going to be down below in the video description. That's going to get you 10,000 extra words. If you just want to try it out, you might as well do that and get those 10,000 extra words. Try it out for your business. See if it works out for you. That is a referral link. If you do sign up, a portion of your purchase goes to support the channel and support Joseph in making these videos. That's much appreciated. Hey, if you have any future ideas of what you'd like Joseph to create video content for you on the channel, put that in the video in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you got a lot out of it, and we'll see you in the next one.